Greetings, Speed Campers. Coach Nate. Just wanted to welcome you to Speed Camp. We're going to be sending out Bomb videos weekly. So this week you're going to cover a little intro. We're going to go over our speed warm-up. This is going to stay consistent throughout the whole summer. So once we have this down, this is not going to change, and this is going to be on your time. So before your speed workout starts, we'd prefer to have you in about 15 minutes early. If you like to take a little bit longer to roll out, make sure you're taking that and adding it to the time needed. Rolling out for the start. Do what you know. Don't worry about technique right now if you know how to foam roll. If you don't, make sure you're getting in the gym. Everybody who's on Speed Camp, your membership has started. Okay, so make sure that you're getting into the gym and getting with your coaches so we can teach you stuff and refine technique. If you can't make it, we understand, but make sure that our mind is on this stuff so that we know it when we start our camp on June 11th. So rolling out, that's your time. Make sure you do whatever's sore. We'll go over technique. Okay. First drill in your warm-up is a single leg Bosu glute bridge with single leg eccentric leg curls. Okay, we're gonna demo this one at a time. This video is gonna be a little long. Okay, if you want to skip it around and find the lifts, rewind it, do whatever you gotta do. Biggest thing is come in and learn it from us if you can. Bosu ball and stability ball. You're gonna want to line up as tight as you can with your glute, okay, to that Bosu ball. Let's get our heel on top of it. Other heel is gonna pickaxe, so I'm really focused on pushing my heel through the ball. I'm gonna drive my hips up on that Bosu ball. I'm gonna pull down through my hamstring as much as my strength allows, and I'm gonna elongate that hamstring with that tension. Okay, once I come back in, don't worry about bringing it in under tension, okay? Make sure that your hip didn't drop as you went out. So let's drive that hip up again, bring it in under control, push down, pull it out. Anywhere between 3 and 5 seconds is great for that drill. We got 6 each side. Next, we have a Bosu RKC plank. It's a Russian kettlebell plank. I don't know why they call it that. Let's just stick with it. So the big thing is, strength-wise, we're in a normal plank position, a low plank with our hands on the blue side of the Bosu ball, actively squeezing our elbows down towards our torso or our toes the entire duration of it. While we're doing so, we want to try to get a nice deep breath in through our nose. When you do that, your rib cage should come up like a balloon. So if you watch me from the side here, I set up my plank, I'm squeezing, and now through my nose, I gotta work on my breathing, but you get the gist. Okay, so that rib cage should expand as you keep constant tension. This is just a fatigue till you feel like you got your work in. Okay, so posturally, we don't want our shoulders to shrink, don't want tension in our neck. If you're doing that again, the best way to fight that issue is to come in, let us work. Next, we have seated hip flexion. There's 5 each side, 3 to 5 second ISOs. You can do this anywhere you can sit down with a fixed position. It's so important that we're aware of what our body's doing when we're running. So when we're doing these drills where they're setting up good habits, okay, if we see bad posture alignment, you're probably doing so in your running. So make sure when we do this, we are fixing our torso nice and tall. If you're watching me from the side, guys, our compensations as we lift that hip up are gonna go back to kind of assist that psoas, and rather than using it, we're kind of leaning back with our torso to create false range of motion, or we're shrinking towards it, again, same thing. So we want that shoulder and hip to be in alignment like when we're running. If you need to grab it underneath your seat, that's fine. Kind of lean forward about 3 degrees. Pretend there's a string on your knee to your sternum, and we're gonna bring that thing up as high as you can, bring it back down. You know you're getting it right if you're getting tension right in that crease at the top of your hip. Okay, so 3 to 5 second contractions. You can do this anywhere. Should be an easy one to integrate at home. Pretzel stretch, okay? Another one we'll commonly use at the gym. How we want to line it up though. If I were to lunge and I just fell over, okay, this top leg is gonna be fixed. You can use a pillow, you can do whatever you want to, but I have 90 degrees, okay, of hip bend. I'm gonna grab my back foot the best possible. If you can't reach that thing, that quad's too tight, you can just put a little rope around it, hold it over your shoulder, but let's try to get that foot as low as you can. We're gonna fix this hip with our bottom hand. Okay, on our exhales, okay, let's make sure we're breathing. We're gonna take a nice inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna pull back by kicking our foot, pulling our hand and rotating to the ground. Deep breath in. Kind of stretches whatever's tight. It's a wonderful stretch, so let's make sure we got that. Monster walks, we're going to fatigue. We have a little contraption we set up in the gym. This little guy, if you try to make this at home and you can do so, we'll give you $1. But otherwise, come in here for it. Otherwise, you can use anything at home that has band resistance. But we want to get the top loop around your ankle. Guys, if you're wearing the tights, it's going to help not pull the hairs out. Otherwise, feel free to shave your legs. I know man grooming is in. And bring that leg around. Okay. Now the big thing we're going to see is our heels want to come together. Okay. That's directly influencing not having tension on our hips. So we want that thing to stay square. Okay. Your path can be lateral. It can be back. But keep those toes straight and keep that width outside your hips, okay? So I'm just gonna step up 3 to 6 inches, square up, okay? Now pain-wise, we wanna burn this out until we got that lemon face and we feel like we got a really nice burn that's going past our comfort zone to really get the best benefit from this, okay? Now we got our dynamic movements again, so we're getting our heart rate up. Again, we're going through everything twice. Again, this is more of a central nervous system, so don't expect to be great at this. Coaches are gonna work with you on this the first few weeks. We're gonna nail it if our mind's focused on the effort, right? So seated hip arm swings. Path-wise, don't really worry about where you're moving, just as long as your torso is not twisting, your path is fine. We're seated, again, posturally, okay? Let's not be here. Let's get tall. If I have tight hamstrings, feel free to bring your feet in. But what I want to do is just bring our arms as fast as we can without twisting, okay? So that may be slower than some. Then the ground is going to prevent you from extending, okay? So that's why we're seated. So we're just going to stay down. I'm loose through the shoulders. I'm not bunched, okay? So let's be athletes and stay relaxed, okay? Fast as you can. Don't worry about if you're not looking as fast as somebody else, okay? So we have that for a good 20-second rhythmic movement. Sled marching and glute marching. Now this is something that we're probably gonna have to do in the gym. We realize that. So don't worry if you can't get to it, if you can't get in. Again, it's to your advantage to be with your coaches. We got our sets sled up. One for a push and one for a return back. So we have these handles.
Fancy.
We're gonna load the sled with light weight. I'm not even gonna put any on, so I don't look stupid when I'm demonstrating, but you guys feel free to load it up. But the biggest thing we're gonna teach, again, we're gonna send out a video on biomechanics. It's gonna be really boring. I challenge you to watch it without falling asleep, but it'll be to your advantage if you can stay awake the whole time you're watching that video in a couple weeks here. But we're gonna have our hands here, again, fixed torso position. And all I really wanna do is just drive the sled, but what we want is that knee coming up like we're sprinting, and I'm gonna go underneath my hips since I'm leaning forward. Okay, you're gonna have to be out a little bit out in front, just like we're accelerating, okay? Balls of your feet, so midfoot, and we're attacking the ground without extending around it, okay? So we're going all the way down with that. Taking our stand up. Now we're at top speed with the sled. So it's a different position, still same concept though. We have our arms tight to our torso. Our trunk position is fixed. We're bringing our knees up to 90 degrees and we're gonna pound the ground underneath my hips. Since I only got about 3 degrees of lean, it's gonna come back a little bit further. It's not gonna be out in front, okay? Let's avoid that position. So slow it down. Initially, you're not gonna be very dynamic. It's gonna kind of be here. But once we get it, we wanna be dynamic, okay? That's why we don't want a lot of sled on here. Sled weight is gonna change your center of gravity just to be able to move the weight. So let's keep it light. Toe, heel, high knees, 10 seconds, 10 yards, okay? So what we're looking for here is, again, just a good heart rate drill. We're not necessarily worried about too much other than just some general concepts we're trying to apply to our sprinting. One is a coordinated rhythmic movement with our lower half and our upper half, okay? Your arm swing's not gonna be as big since we're only going quarter with the toe, heel running. So it's just like you're staying at the stop sign. You ever see those people running and they have to stop at the street, the traffic? Okay, you're gonna be one of those people, don't worry about how you look. Okay, so we're just gonna get rhythm. Now when I do my high knees, if I can't keep good movement, and I'm all over the place, okay, try not to go fast with your high knees. Let this set your tempo, okay, that's why we're doing it. So we're here, and then we start driving the knees, okay? Again, that foot strike should be right underneath your hips. Good rhythm with that upper body and that lower body, okay? So it's 10 seconds, and then 10 yards, okay? Leg swings, common warm up for running, often misused. What we're gonna look at again is a fixed trunk position. So as I'm swinging that leg, you don't wanna see my center of gravity change, okay? We're looking for a stretch in the hamstrings on the way up. So we're gonna kind of kick like we're trying to hit ourselves in the nose, and we're gonna relax our back swing, let that stretch reflex happen without our lower back twisting, kick forward. So it's just up. Okay, when I go that backswing, you're gonna have to fix your glute tension, squeeze your butt cheeks tight, squeeze your core tight. Okay, that's gonna prevent your hips from moving. The sideways one, if you look at my ankle, as I swing side to side, a lot of people are gonna twist in and out of that movement, okay? You get a nice little ankle stretch, mobility, stability exercise combo in one. So we're gonna fix our torso, we're gonna swing across, swing up. You can kind of put focus into both ways, but we don't want to get that torso swinging. So it's just across. Notice that my foot is staying planted the entire time, okay? So our leg swings are going to be important if we do them right, getting our hamstrings and everything nice and stretched out, moving ready to be elastic, okay? So that's our warm up. 2 times through the strengthening and stability exercises, 2 times through the dynamic stuff. Again, once you get this down, preferably you don't have to look at the whiteboard. You just know what you're doing, and everybody can start at a different station. The summertime is gonna be crazy in here. Coach Jake is not gonna have time, okay, to make sure that everybody has their space. So we gotta be fluid, we gotta know this stuff down to make camp special, and you had to start at a different position. So if some of you guys get on the foam rollers, okay, and they're all taken up, okay, get right to your second block. If that station looks really full, all the booster balls are being used, let's get to that third block, okay? But let's be dynamic, let's use some common sense. If you're having trouble, we're here to assist, but we'd prefer, camp will be better if we can have everybody that's in camp through this thing fluidly before you get on the turf with your coaches to do your speed work. Thanks guys. We got the next video coming for the prep work, okay? That's our strength stuff leading up to June 11th.
Take a screenshot of this so you know it.